Where the energy day, where the sound day, where the news day, where the sport day, where the cut day. Hey, now yeah, because you know the turn. We know the turn. We know the turn. Hey, we know the turn. We know the turn. We know the turn. Hey, energy day, everything day, yeah. On 93 to 9. I just you 100. 93 to 9 to okay.
93.9, your remedy dial.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Well, Oscar and Man, Akor, Ego. Well, that's one of the soundtracks from Tequila Monkey. And it's just like a way to start the show this evening. Well, remember I told you in the morning on the Kickoff Sports Show that there's going to be a special edition for Extra Time as we start the countdown to the English Premier League season. Most especially with the teams, updates coming from different sides, how teams are getting set. And we also told you that the Premier League Fantasy Code for Solutions 93.9 FM will be out this evening. Well, it's already out. So, let's kick off! Well, my name is Oladapo Okunubi, aka Youngster9. This is Extra Time. This is where you get all the latest from the world of football, from the local to the foreign scene. Live updates on the show. This is Solutions 93.9 FM. And let's just quickly serve you with the live updates coming from the continent of Africa. Talking the African Nations Championship. Chan, South Africa defeated Guinea today by 2-1. And it looks like a team that is more determined for the African Nations Championship. Chan, that is South Africa. Now the team has got 4 points from 2 matches. Remember, South Africa played a 1-0 draw against Algeria in game 1 and game 2. It ended 2-1 in favor of South Africa home-based team. Well, we keep tracking updates coming from the second game for today. Uganda is leading Niger Republic 1-0, 36 minutes of action in that one. And should Uganda go home with a 3-point, that means Uganda will be through automatically to the next round of that tournament with 6 points. Well, there are 5 in that group. Anything can still happen in the third game, so you don't have to be overconfident in this one. 6 points if Uganda, wins this one. Well, now let's start here this evening and let's talk about Justin Madugu. Well, Super Falcons coach Justin Madugu has expressed the excitement to have been nominated for this year's Ballon d'Or award. Recall that Madugu, who led the Super Falcons to win their 10th Alcan title in Morocco recently, was nominated for the prestigious 2025 Ballon d'Or Women's Team Coach of the Year award alongside Chelsea women's coach Sonia Bonpastor and Arsenal's Renée Sligars, who gathered a side to Women's UEFA Champions League trophy. Also, the five-man list is Brazil women's manager Arthur Elias and victorious England women's manager Sarina Wegman. While speaking with the newsman, Madugu stated that being nominated for the award makes him proud to be a Nigerian and African. The winner of the award will be announced on 22nd of September 2025 during the ceremony at the Theatre du Châtelet in Centre Paris, France. Now let's talk about Eric Shell on the show this evening, a coach who is currently in charge of the home-based Eagles right there for the African Nations Championship CHAN. Super Eagles head coach Eric Shell says it is important for his team to get a positive result against Sudan in their next game at the 2024 African Nations Championship CHAN. The Eagles started their campaign at the competition on a negative note, losing 1-0 to defending champion Senegal last week Tuesday. Now, Nigeria must avoid defeat against the Sudanese to have any chance of progressing into the knockout round. Now, still talking about the CHAN tournament, chairman of the Nigeria Premier Football League NPFL, Gbenga Elegbele, has backed the home-based Super Eagles to get maximum 3 points against Sudan tomorrow. Eric Shell signed lost, remember, the first game of the tournament 1-0 against Senegal. Now, the Eagles will be up against Kwesi Appiah Sudan at the Amman Stadium, Zanzibar, tomorrow. Well, remember, for the team that will be facing Nigeria, the Falcons of Sudan were held to a 1-0 draw by Congo Brazzaville in their first game at the same ground last week Tuesday. Elegbele is optimistic the Eagles will secure maximum points in the game. Now, talking a sad one here this evening, it is about the demise of the assistant coach of Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan. It is no longer news that the assistant coach of Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan has passed on. And according to different reports we are getting about late coach Akin Olowo-Okere, the chairman Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan, Honorable Taiwo Salami, has described the death of the team's coach as a sudden occurrence and a great loss to Oyo State, most especially to sports lovers. Salami, who extends his condolence to the family of Olowo-Okere, noted that the deceased would be remembered for his legacy of learning and impact. Speaking on the health status of Olowo-Okere, Honorable Salami stated that the deceased complained of malaria a few days ago and had been properly treated, stressing that the death came as a shock.
Condolences goes to his family, his wife and children, to the Shooting Stars family, to His Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, and all well-meaning people, supporters, fans, stakeholders of Shooting Stars. It's a very sad, tragic incident that that happened this morning during training. Coach Olowokere, of course, will be remembered for his good deeds, even in the very short time that he has spent with us as Shooting Stars. His legacy of learning and impact will be sorely missed. He wasn't sick. I was with him on Saturday. We were together with the boys after the game against the Ikorodu City. You know, we were in the changing room, had malaria, and he was already treated. He was treated for malaria, I think last week. And he had completed his dosage of injections and medication. So the issue of cardiac arrest, whilst on duty is just most unfortunate. And it's just extremely tragic, for Shooting Stars at this particular time.
Well, that was the chairman of Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan, Honorable Taiwo Salami, talking about the demise of late coach Akin Olowokere. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Football Coaches Association, NFCA, Oyo State chapter, has condoled with the family and sport fans, the family of late coach Akin Olowokere. The Nigerian Football Coaches Association, NFCA, Oyo State chapter, is deeply saddened about the untimely passing of coach Akin Olowokere, the newly appointed head coach of Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan. 3SC coach Olowokere was not just a passionate football tactician, but also a respected member of the coaching fraternity whose dedication, humility, and commitment to the growth of Nigerian football stood out throughout his career. Now, according to the statement, his recent appointment to the technical bench of 3SC was a testament to his rising profile and the trust reposed in his abilities. His passing as a painful loss, not only his family and club, but to the entire Nigeria coaching community.
I'm trying to remember the last thing you said, and wondering if you're still there.
It will be recorded that Coach Olowokere collapsed on the pitch during the team's training session in Ijebu-Ode today and was rushed to the hospital where he was confirmed dead. Now, following the sad incident, the game between Shooting Stars of Ibadan and Abia Warriors in the Valley Jet preseason tournament has been postponed to further notice.
When you take us, the ones we love, we'll carry on, and it won't be long. So I pray to be strong, all around me,
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, check it out right now. 8644 live on Solutions 93.9 FM. Still tracking live updates coming from the African Nations Championship CHAN this evening. Coming from different centers. Remember, we told you earlier, South Africa picked a 3 points against Guinea earlier today. 36 minutes of action between Uganda and Niger Republic. Uganda is leading 1-0 in this one. We keep tracking this update for you. But now let's go straight and talk Spanish football. Going straight to Spain, the Royal Spanish Football Federation, RFEF, have decided against renewing the contract of women's national team head coach Monte Tomé. Tomé's due expired on 31st of August. The REF's decision comes less than a month after Spain's Euro 2025 final defeat to England on penalties. Spain were favourite to win the competition for the first time in Switzerland after cruising to the final. However, they converted just one of the penalties in the final shootout after 1-0 draw after extra time. Now, moving away from the RFEF, now let's talk about more updates this evening and talking more about Spanish Football League, La Liga. And there is an update coming from Barcelona. Now, the Spanish Football Federation, RFEF, has given its approval to a request from La Liga clubs, Barcelona and Villarreal, to play a league match in Miami this season. Reports added on Sunday that RFEF executives were set to discuss the issue in a board meeting today in the first step in a process which will see a Spanish First Division game being played overseas for the first time. Villarreal are due to host Barcelona on Matchday 17 in La Liga this season, scheduled for the weekend of December 20, 2025. Both clubs have now asked for the game to be played at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium rather than Villarreal's Estadio de la Ceramica. Now, let's check more updates. Well, remember, match day 1 of the Spanish La Liga will be going down this weekend.
The Spanish La Liga 2025-2026 season kicks off this Friday at Municipal de Montilivi as Girona hosts Rayo Vallecano, while Villarreal lock horns with Real Oviedo. On Saturday, Alaves will play against Levante at Mendizorroza, while Mallorca is set to host Spanish La Liga champions Barcelona at the Mallorca San Moix. Also, Real Sociedad will be the guest of Valencia. On Sunday, Celta Vigo tackles Getafe, while Sevilla will play against Atletico Bilbao. Also, Espanyol will lock horns against Atletico Madrid at RCDE. Monday night will see Betis be the guest of Elche, and on Tuesday night, Real Madrid will play against Osasuna at Santiago Bernabeu.
Well, match day 1 fixtures right there for the Spanish La Liga. Well, a lot is expected in that one. Fireworks across Spain. Well, let's check more updates coming from Spanish La Liga this evening, where Eduardo Camavinga has suffered a sprained ankle, according to Real Madrid, adding that the clubs have midfield issues ahead of a new La Liga season. Madrid are already without a star midfielder Jude Bellingham, who underwent shoulder surgery last month and is expected to be out of action until October, and have so far opted not to sign a midfielder in the summer transfer window. Madrid kick off the 2025-2026 season on 19th of August, hosting against Osasuna at the Santiago Bernabeu as a look to bounce back from a 2024-2025 campaign in which they failed to win a major trophy. Remember, Xabi Alonso is a new man on ground, so let's see how this team will fare this season in La Liga. Still talking La Liga, this evening, Atletico Madrid have completed the signing of forward Giacomo Raspadori from Napoli. Raspadori, an Italian international, scored 6 goals in 26 Serie A appearances for title winners Napoli last season. So how will Napoli, look like? I mean, for Coach Carlo Ancelotti has been bringing in the players, but let's see how this team will fare this season. But now, the forward has signed a 5-year contract with Atletico and is their 7th addition to the first squad team this summer. Raspadori joins the likes of Alex Abana, Johnny Cardoso, David Anko, Thiago Almada, Matteo Ruggeri, and Mark Pobel in arriving at the Metropolitano ahead of the 2025-2026 campaign.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, check the time right now. This is 6:50. Now let's talk English Premier League this evening. Well, remember, it is no longer news that Liverpool will be starting the defense of their Premier League title come this weekend. But let's take the message here coming from commentator Jalal Shoeri saying, well done, watching you from Oyo up in Inter Milan. The last time Crystal Palace won a major trophy, Tottenham went ahead to win the major trophy, and following week. Last season, Crystal Palace defeated Manchester City to win the 2025 Emirates FA Cup. That same week, Tottenham went ahead to win the Europa League from 15th Avenue Street. Yesterday, Crystal Palace won another major trophy by defeating Liverpool to win the Community Shield for 2025. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I am not thinking what you are thinking, because the odds may be high on Tottenham Hotspur against PSG, but my brotherly, think twice if you are putting your money on Tottenham. All right, now let me just quickly make this announcement about the Premier League Fantasy for Solutions 93.9 FM. So this is the code to join Solutions 93.9 FM's Premier League Fantasy. In small letter M F 9 0 J 7. I take it again for Solutions 93.9 FM's Premier League Fantasy code M F N 0 J 7. All in small caps. And let us have fun this Premier League season. But hey, let's just go straight and get the Premier League fixtures match day 1.
The English Premier League kicks off this Friday at Anfield Stadium as defending champions Liverpool host Bournemouth. Meanwhile, on Saturday, EFL Cup champions Newcastle host Aston Villa at the Villa Park, while Brighton awaits Fulham at the Amex Stadium in the London Derby. Newcomer Sunderland will lock horns with West Ham at Stadium of Lights. Tottenham will face Burnley at home, while Manchester City travels to play Wolves at Millennium Stadium. On Sunday, world champions Chelsea tackles Crystal Palace at the Stamford Bridge in London, while Brentford will be the guest of Nottingham, and Manchester United will host Arsenal at the Old Trafford on a Super Sunday. Monday Night Football will see Leeds United host Everton at the Elland Road.
Let's talk about Premier League updates on the show. Andre Onana and Joshua Zirkzee have returned to Manchester United training after missing preseason through injury. Both players have traveled with a squad to the USA and worked on their recovery. But they are now back working with the main group ahead of the Premier League opening weekend. So, I remember it's going to be Super Sunday, Arsenal against Manchester United. Now, Onana has been out with hamstring injury, while Zirkzee issue was unspecified. Now, for Harry Maguire, he believes Manchester United have a fresh start as they head into a new season seeking a turn for their past 12 months. United's post-Ferguson Mali has hit an all-time low after 15th place finish, their worst ever in the Premier League, and not even a run to the Europa League final, where they lost to Tottenham Hotspur could paper over the cracks. Now, but the big name signings of Matthias Cunha, Brian Belmo, and Benjamin Sesko, as well as £15 million of training ground upgrade, have given the United a spring in the step to go into the new campaign. Now, a man looks unsettled in Manchester United, and that is Rasmus Højlund. Now, the team striker is open to joining AC Milan, according to reports coming from Manchester today. It is claimed that Manchester United are confident a deal can be struck with a serious side. Now, let's talk about Tottenham and Manchester City, where the club, Tottenham Hotspur, has instigated talks over a move for Savinho, but have been told Manchester City are reluctant to sanction the Brazilian winger's departure. City do not want to lose Savinho, and reports are saying that the 21-year-old will have to push to leave for a move to happen. Now, in Manchester City, Everton have agreed a season-long loan deal with Manchester City to sign Jack Grealish. The deal includes an option to buy for £50 million. Now, let's talk about Everton more here, where the club is interested in Leicester winger Abdul Fatawu. He is one of the options that they are looking at in that position. Everton have filled with multiple bids for Southampton winger Tyler Diebling this summer. So, well, for Chelsea, a man is happy in that team, and that is Delap. He can't just wait to see the Premier League new season starts.
Yeah, of course, you know, as a striker when I'm on the pitch, it's all I'm thinking about, and, you know, to come off the pitch with goals in any game is a good feeling. Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously we were out in the States when we won it, and it's really nice to be able to come here and, you know, do it in front of all the fans. Yeah, no, it's straight into it, quick and fast. But you know, it's been an incredible 2 months. I think, you know, it was straight into it, but you know, I've enjoyed it so much, and you know, I'm really excited for what's to come.
Very excited. Remember, I got goals for Chelsea, you know, from the FIFA Club World Cup to the preseason. A fantastic player. For those of you in the Premier League fantasy, know the kind of players to buy. However, AS Monaco are interested in signing Newcastle defender Kieran Trippier. The French side are weighing up an approach to Newcastle for the 34-year-old. Now, for those of you thinking of what may happen between PSG and Tottenham Hotspur, now get this gist as we wrap up the show. PSG have omitted keeper Gianluigi Donnarumma from their squad to face Tottenham Hotspur in the Super Cup on Wednesday. PSG announced the signing of keeper Luca Chevalier from Lille today and throws Donnarumma's future at PSG into major doubt. Now, report has been told, journalists have been told that Italy goalkeeper Donnarumma will only leave if a project is seen as a right fit, and he won't be forced out. Donnarumma has entered his final year of his contract at PSG. What does that supposed to mean? Think about it. I am not extending my contract on the show today, but I'll be back tomorrow morning with the Sports Wizard Ganzi on the Kick of Sports Show 9 a.m. tomorrow. Wherever you find yourself, stay positive. Keep it locked to Solutions 93.9 FM. My name is Oladapo Okunubi, aka Youngster Canine. Like we always say, we say keep doing sports and stay safe. Don't panic.